also offer, they're actually the nation's largest healthcare company. They offer not only healthcare, but their biggest market is Medicare supplement plans, and they're the #1 insurer of Medicare plans in the country. With them, because they're so large, they can offer the best price because they have such a huge pool of cash coming in already. From the way insurance works is pay a monthly premium and goes to a big fat pool of cash, and when you need it, you make a claim. So they have, United Healthcare is a great company for Medicare and health plans. Still working out. Basically, when you Google Robert L. Mayfield, you'll get the website. One of it is we have to connect to the internet.
You might have to start a new window. If it didn't connect.
Oh yeah, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Oh.
Oh, here.
Oh.
Yeah. So. Yeah. You see? So basically, there's tools on here for if you want to get a quote right now. Learn about individual health care plans, group plans, short-term health care plans, and if you're like traveling abroad or something, you can get a travel plan, which is really, really cheap. I actually quoted someone for they're going to India for a month, so they got a $500,000 in coverage for $68.
Nice. Almost
I like
any kind of medical.
there was that story about the Canadian couple that were in Hawaii, and she was pregnant and had her kid early in Hawaii, and
Hey, that kid can run for president now.
yes,
Before-
I guess. Apparently they weren't covered under the Canadian system
Yeah.
while they were in Hawaii, and they didn't have their travel, and so they're basically going bankrupt. Because they went on vacation to Hawaii and she had an early
Make
baby.
sure you get the travel insurance if you're going traveling anyway.
So,
Yeah, it would have cost them
so
50 or
you're
60
saying
bucks.
Somebody traveling somewhere can get like just a short period
Yeah,
of time
for
insurance?
the duration of your trip, yeah, and it's really cheap, like, they actually got, the entire family covered for less than $100.
Nice.
So, each person, it's really cheap.
What if they're going out of country?
Yep, that.
Okay, because my husband's going to.
Yeah, so we got a quote for
Cuba.
international travel.
Cuba.
Oh,
And,
for the first time?
You can quote
Whoa.
for international travel.
I'm not going with him.
Why not? It'll be fun.
Any kind of medical experience, any surgery, any kind of medical.
So it's medical
Any-
insurance?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. For travel.
No, right. Nice.
Yeah, so, that's, if you need a transplant, let's see, so there's different companies that, offer it, and there's like 12 of these websites. Sure, plan gives you the best rate. That for you. And then, there's even the easy apply now button on the website. So. Hey, I can apply for health insurance.
What? On the computer?
Yeah.
Is that how it always
Oh.
looks? No.
What?
When you apply,
Yeah.
it's a blank screen.
That's just the national system.
Ryu Patel, Primera, Blackline, Regis,
Plan finder.
and some of the other companies that are not as well known.
Dave Ramsey, he sells health insurance?
No, Dave Ramsey referred anyone that needs health insurance to Robert L. May.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah,
If it's Ramsey approved, yeah.
yeah. He's Dave Ramsey.
Yeah, but like
Is
no
this
one
a
else-
Robert L. May
like
character
no one
in
else. He
Puyallup?
lived like no one else.
So isn't he in like
Ramsey.
Alabama or something?
But the
That's neat.
radio show, people listen to his radio show here.
Right, of course.
So Financial
Oh,
Peace
it's just
University,
people
they-
around this area he sends to them.
They support brokers
Yeah.
that can shop you around
Gotcha.
and get you the best rate. That's part of his program.
Yeah, have you applied
Yeah.
for your down now?
Yeah, I with this, I think everybody should.
Your grandpa?
Yeah, is that Ramrod? Team Ramrod.
Say it.
Ramsey. Yeah, it's a great program. If you haven't, I really suggest.
How much is it?
I want to say it's like $100 or something to like for the books, and
Yeah.
and then you a lot of other used to be, a lot of church groups would have it go through, but a lot of financial industries actually are teaching the courses, and it's basic financial structure for people. And so there's a section on insurance, and because they encourage people to shop around for the best rates within a broker who has that ability.
We can do that for you, we can shop around for it, yeah.
Leaving some people
That's
to
why
the
that
general.
doesn't go to an agent for insurance, right? Go
The
to an
general.
agent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, insurance.
Tell your friends, go to an
Go to the
agent.
general and save some time.
Yeah.
Which is good general
If you're, don't go to like something like that.
What advice?
No, terrible service, your numbers, but. Alright, and we get to the legal portion of the presentation.
Imagine a world where everyone can access an attorney about any legal issue. Now, imagine a world where everyone can afford it. Thanks to Legal Shield, that is the world we live in today. A world where one legal service company is helping millions of families live life on their own terms. So instead of worrying about all the things that can go wrong, for as little as $20 a month, they can get on with their lives, knowing legal advice is a phone call away. The service Legal Shield provides is one of a kind. Our unique network of dedicated law firms is the key to providing a high-quality customer experience. With a law firm in 49 states and 4 Canadian provinces, we have your legal needs covered wherever you may be. And because our law firms are prepaid, their focus is on serving you rather than billing. From the trivial to the traumatic and everything in between, our attorneys are always there to not only give you legal advice, but also write letters and make phone calls on your behalf, prepare legal documentation such as wills and powers of attorney, and even represent you in court for covered civil cases should you ever need it. Plus, with an extensive library of complimentary forms and information, you can download what you need when you need it. Imagine for one low monthly fee that you and your family can talk to an attorney about any legal issue without worrying about high hourly costs. Join Legal Shield today, and you can stop imagining and start living life in a whole new way, empowered, with complete confidence, total peace of mind. Legal Shield. Worry less. Live more.
I already feel better.
Yeah.
You should.
You should.
For more than 40 years, Legal Shield has been revolutionizing the legal services industry. Revolutionizing the legal services industry has been a way to capture the personal, lasting impact we've made and continue to make on thousands of individuals' lives. Imagine having an everyday concern or question for getting the advice of an attorney seems useful. Imagine the trauma of discovering that you were the victim of identity theft. Imagine encountering a situation where the advice of an attorney was absolutely imperative. Now imagine addressing all that stress with one phone call. That's what we do for you at Legal Shield. You can speak to an attorney without the worry of having to pay an attorney's typical fees. And together with our identity theft services, we provide you with a shield that results in powerful peace of mind. We were founded in 1972 by Harlan Stonesider.
Dun, dun, dun. Someone reached their quota. No.
Oh, where's the net neutrality now?
Yeah.
His own stress. School costly encounter with the legal system after a car accident
That was my
not his
fault.
fault.
Okay.
He was determined to make
I
legal
was gonna
protection
check in.
available to everyone,
I
everywhere.
was checking in to Facebook and I started
Today, we
searching.
have evolved into the
Sorry.
force for good that Mr. Stonesider originally envisioned. Based in Ada, Oklahoma, we have approximately 700 employees with a customer service team of more than 300, all focused on calibrating the efforts our dedicated law firms and approximately 6,900 attorneys in the United States and Canada.
Right.
Each law firm is there for our members, providing the legal help they need when they need it. So, for one low monthly membership fee, you can pick up the phone to call an attorney and get advice about any issue. We provide these legal services to clients all across North America, answering approximately 40,000 calls per week for members. That's right, 40,000 times a week. We help
That's
solve
just
the
me.
knots, kinks, in our members' lives. The attorneys at our law firms average 19 years of experience and have been partnering with us an average of 13 years. They are friendly, warm, and dedicated to helping Legal Shield members. And just as we partner with an expert law firm for every state, we also partner with Kroll Advisory Solutions, the world-renowned leader in identity theft protection. That way, no matter what issue you might face, you're getting the help you need with Legal Shield. What we do is simple. We work hard to make your life less complicated, less stressful, and more fulfilling. That's why with Legal Shield, you can worry less and live more.
Yeah.
Can I just give a shout out for Legal Shield? When we had the guy that stole our identity, Legal Shield helped us get rid of a lot of the stuff that he had done that was against our company. And personal, we didn't, I don't know if we had it on the company or the personal, but anyway, she spent hours on the phone talking and sending documents, and it was so funny, because one of the guys she called, he says, "Oh, we give you a good deal." And she said, "No, she's not gonna take a good deal from you, because she didn't do this." And she kept saying, "But we give her a good deal." I just thought, wow, they have to deal with those kind of people all the time, the stress of it. It was nice to leave it with somebody else and let them do that part of it. 'Cause I did enough on my own that I had to do. So if you have a business and
Good deal, long
personal,
time.
do both.
Top of the line identity theft protection plans. Legal Shield Identity Theft Plan and Legal Shield Identity Theft Plan. Identity theft affects millions of Americans each year. That's why Legal Shield Identity Theft Plans provide you with the information, expertise to protect your identity and resolve issues related to identity theft. The Legal Shield Identity Theft Plan offers benefits like single bureau credit monitoring with activity alerts, constant monitoring of your Experian credit files on a secure website, as well as email alerts about any activity on your credit file. And you'll always have secure web access to your credit score and detailed analysis of your personal credit score. Legal Shield Identity Theft Premium offers benefits like triple bureau credit monitoring, with constant monitoring of your Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax credit files on a secure website, as well as email alerts about any activity on your credit file. WebWatcher with daily monitoring for unauthorized use of your social security number, credit and debit card numbers, and other personal information across the internet. And Public Persona, monthly monitoring of any changes involving your social security number or address history associated with your identity. In addition, you'll always have secure web access to your credit report and a detailed analysis of your personal credit score. The plan also offers several premium benefits on request, like locked wallet assistance, to help you cancel and replace cards and IDs, place temporary fraud alerts, and more in the event your wallet or purse is ever lost or stolen. Social security number skip trace, a search that detects potential fraud by searching your social security number in over 34 billion current public records. And even a sex offender search to see if your address is being used by registered sex offenders. With local plans offering high quality monitoring, you'll know your identity is always well guarded. We've even partnered with Kroll Advisory Solutions, the industry leader in helping clients mitigate and respond to risk. So in the unfortunate event something does happen to your identity, you'll have professional help in getting your identity restored. And when you provide Kroll a limited power of attorney,
Hey.
The new thing is like people are stealing kids' social security numbers and like racking up debt on their social, and they don't find out until they're like, 18 or 19, and they don't apply for a credit card or college or something, so that's the answer.
Don't take time off. Fortunately, neither does Legal Shield. With real-time tools and monitoring to prevent.
A friend of my brother's, who makes really good money, somebody stole their tax information, their their end of the year, their 1090, or their W4, what is it called when you're an employee, you get?
W2?
W2, and then they filed the taxes and got a $20,000 return and ran off.
Yep.
So they filed the tax return, got sent, so the thief filed a fraudulent tax return, got the money back, got a check from the IRS, sent to it, and they went and cashed it. They're dealing with that problem right now.
You know how they do that? The IRS will send that money to any bank account you ask.
Really?
They don't even ask whose name is on the account or anything. They may be changing that rule now, because that's what happened to my dad. My parents, they got like a $6,000 tax return off of my parents. Sent it to this bank account. The banker said, this doesn't make sense. Contacted the IRS. They reversed it. The guy sent another 1040 in. Got the refund done again to the same account. Yep. Then my parents filed and got their little $50 refund or whatever they get. But they found the guy that had set up that account and arrested him.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, rings it out in penitentiaries even. It's amazing they can get away with it.
Seems like they're just a little loosey-goosey with where they'll send that money.
Yeah, seems like.
So the difference is what extra does the premium cover?
They have the triple monitoring bureau, the premium, they also monitor the sex offenders in your area, also, we get a notice if like anyone moves into your area, or you know where they live, they'll send it to you. But we get the web watcher app thing, so, if you like put in your information on a website, buy like something off Amazon or something, they'll make sure that no one else can go in and use your information and buy fraudulent stuff off of that stuff,
Identity theft, the experts at Kroll Advisory Solutions are ready to restore your identity if you're ever a victim, and even affect.
So from my understanding, I've never had my identity stolen, but, it's as complex as restoring it, as complex as like fixing a car. Like I would go to, make sure, Kevin, if I want a car like that, I would not do it myself. So leave it up to the pros to restore your identity. Like actually, Kroll Advisory Services, they're the largest private security firm in the country. They're founded by an ex-CIA guy who, when like the CIA couldn't find where Saddam Hussein had stashed $300 million of his money, and so they hired Kroll to go and find it for him, and they found one. So privatization always works more efficiently than government. General rule of thumb.
General rule of thumb,
Yeah. Any questions?
So with the non-premium plan, you still get like a 1 credit check or whatever?
Yeah, 1 credit, yeah.
Okay.
Which one?
I think it's the income tax one.
Which one should it be?
I'll tell you after he tells me which one it is.
Okay.
So if you buy travel insurance, does that cover if the plane takes clothes or the person dies, does it take care of?
Medical. Any kind of
What is
medical.
that?
I don't know.
It's weird.
We had a friend that went on a mission trip and he
It's
died
like a
over
fancy,
there.
it's all I need, otherwise it's this.
So, it's always.
If I have more than that,
Or
I
they
don't
do
know
what
what
insurance don't pay or.
So the travel insurance is basically traveling,
Anywhere outside US.
break a leg, or.
Yeah, any kind of
Have a
medical.
heart attack, you go in.
Yep. Anything, if you need to go see a hospital, you're covered.
Do any health insurance plans already cover that?
Not
you have
if
a
you go
group plan?
abroad, like not if you go into another country.
Even Mexico?
I don't think Mexico's covered up.
Yeah.
It's good to get the travel plan. For
I think
Mexico,
I
it's
didn't
only
go to
like
hospital in
20
Mexico
bucks.
then.
Depends on how long you're going.
For a couple of reasons, yes.
They're really cheap for, like, you're not going, so they're really cheap, less than like $100.
Yeah.
Mhm.
per person. Right.
Do you know anything about Apple Pay? Never mind.
What about?
I'm just wondering about the security side of it. And
Can people be careful?
Way Apple Pay is, they've done their, research, and, it's only from phone to the RF. And, they're taking the responsibility if you read the disclosure.
so if something happens to you, Apple owns it?
Well, yeah.
Or the credit
basic-
card company, or?
Well, the credit card company, if you're using the credit card, the card company, you should have a, on top of.
Fraud protection anyway, I guess, yeah.
Fraud protection
That's
anyway,
true.
but, the
Okay.
RF reader, blah, 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 from the Apple Pay, Apple Pay is taking it.
But with Legal Shield, if you have to get attorneys involved in the process, then that's where it comes in.
They don't cover criminal cases.
Sorry, Byron.
The red flag.
All right.
Man.
Ryu Patel, ladies and gentlemen.